Hey guys, it's Lumen02. We're getting ready to go live here with the Chainsaw Massacre. Actually, just got done playing a new event called I think it's Tribal Wars. Actually, pretty fun. Had a good time playing it, and I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to come out and give it a try. The only thing I would say is the Excel chart that details out the different types of tribal wars based upon week are fairly complex. Anyway, moving on to what we have today, we're going to be playing Grixis Delve today. So if you are familiar with any of my other videos, that means I'll probably go 1-2 with this deck because historically, either through pairings or just poor luck, I managed to lose quite handily with this deck, or these style of decks. So, I'm going to play it anyways because I think it's a lot of fun, and I kind of want to have a good time today, and we'll see how we do. I think there probably are quite a few red deck wins running around out there, just based upon the players I saw in the queue for the event. But this should be a fun deck. It has pretty decent game against most things. With the exception, red deck win I think tends to beat this. Then like hyper aggressive decks tend to beat this. I think against mid range, this deck can tend to shine because it has a lot of answers to things outside of artifacts and enchantments, which I haven't really seen an artifact enchantment combo deck yet in the format. That does not mean it's not viable. All right, well, we're going to quick pause until the event kicks off, and then once we're handily in our round one, we'll get going with it. All right, guys. Alright guys, this is Lowman02. We're live again. We're getting ready to get started here. We're playing against player C in Rhythm, a very strong player. And hopefully we can do okay. My guess would be he's on some sort of control. As are we. This hand's a keep. In the dark. Yeah, either way it's a keep. Okay. Go ahead, man. Kind of hoping to draw a land this first turn so we can Grim Lavamancer. We could be getting Thoughtseized here or Inquisitioned. Alright, Thoughtseized. What does he take? Huh. Tells us a bit based upon what he takes here. I don't think it's the Mana Leak. I think it's probably the Thing or the Grim Lavamancer. Although, it could be Mana Leak or Disallow, depending on how fast his hand is. And like I said, we are... Alright, it's Mana Leak. Interesting. Okay, well, he probably has a Planeswalker in hand then, would be my guess. Wouldn't mind drawing my own discard as well. Alright, well, we do not. What we're going to do is this. We're going to play this out because he already knows about it. And I believe what we're going to play out is a volcanic island, and we'll drop our Grim Lavamancer down. Okay, well, he's on Esper Color Pie. Cool. He could path to exile this thing if he wanted to. I think I'm going to leave my graveyard alone for now. And we're not going to play this thing in the ice out. No need to here. We're on card parity. I have a counter spell in hand, and then I'll have another one next turn, so we can kind of just burn through time here if we'd like. Hey, a Fatal Push? Yeah, that's fine. No more land. Interesting. Well, it would be nice if we could draw like a Delve threat. We do not. Well, we're just going to play out Counter Magic, or keep on holding up our Counter Magic. Next turn, we'll play out the thing in the ice. We're kind of hoping he continues to miss on land. He has a very hateful hand, obviously, towards us with the Thoughtseize, but he's not been hitting lands extremely well so far. Does he hit one here? Oh, an Expedition, a map. Okay. And we'll play out our thing in the ice. He could have like a Path to Exile or something like that. Which, if he does, it begs the question: do we counter it? Probably not. Interestingly enough, we could have left up Disallow as well. All right, well, he draws land there. All right, nothing. I'm not going to pop this land yet. At this point, I'm pretty healthy on mana. Obviously, at some point, I would like to be able to get to to mana for the Batterskull. However, not necessary. I'm not going to disallow that. I mean, that's... We could do that. We could counter the trigger, or correction, the activated ability of this thing. But, you know, I don't... I guess it depends on what he's getting. I mean, he could be getting, like, an Academy Runes, which would be a dangerous land to face against. But Thing in the Ice, if it ever flips, is going to hit him for about half of his life total, my guess would be. Okay, Tundra. So he's on mana now. Okay, what have you got? Nothing. Okay. I do need a threat. Well, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. We'll get to the Badlands. And here, I think what we'll do is play on a Pyromancer. If he wants to get into a counter fight with me over it, he can. Evasive action. I wouldn't do this if I didn't have the days in hand. If he counters this, he does. Interesting. Well, if he has a Wrath of God, he just got us pretty good. But we do have the Batterskull to follow up, so if we hit any land off the top and he Wraths us, the Batterskull should be quite live. And Batterskull is obviously quite problematic once it gets going. Okay, a Swords to Plowshares. Okay. Well, we're pretty sure he topped that land. What else do you have, though? Okay, he probably has the Wrath in hand, I think, because he considered it pretty long and hard there. And that was probably right of him. So, I think I sack this land in hand. That could be wrong, though. Yeah, I'm going to sack it in hand because I don't want him to know that I have the mana for Batterskull yet. And it would be nice to be able to... Well, the option against that is I play it out. That way I can Firebolt and play Batterskull next turn. Nothing. Okay. I will play this land out. And I think I will put that on top, actually. That means that I can flip this thing next turn and still leave up my counter magic. Alright, nothing. Well, I'm pretty sure he's got counter magic for this thing. I do want that to rest. No. I do want the Gurmag Angler as well. I don't really want to attack him this turn, I don't think. I want him to play his Wrath on, is what I want to have happen. No. We're pretty close on our builds, though. And I will not lie, I pretty much stole the idea of Delve in and of itself from him. Pretty close list, though. Like I said, within 5 to 6 cards. I couldn't even tell you what they are off the top of my head. I know they're very close, though. Okay, we know we have Gurmag on the top ropes plus Swamp afterwards. Okay, well, if he's going to pass it to me, I kind of like this. So we can get counter magic out of his hand. And he probably has, like, an uncounterable Wrath, which is fine because we have an additional threat afterwards. I could, like, double bolt him this turn. Interesting. What do you have in hand? Could have, like, an Elsbeth. So I do 7 to him this turn. Yeah, I feel like I gotta let this go. And I'm going to. I'm going to trust that he probably has a decent enough threat. Well, he really doesn't, actually. I'll deal with it. He can go get his Thopter Foundry, which is strong here. And I wouldn't be shocked. No, he doesn't do that. He may wait for the next end step. Well, did he mise? No, he's going to draw right now. Okay. I think that's what he's doing. Okay, up to 5 cards, 18 life. Well, we knew that was coming. Didn't have an answer to the artifact in hand that we know of, but he also drew 2 cards. Yep. Oop. Do you have the Force of Will? You do. Okay, well, that was a good draw. Do you also have a Wrath of God? What did he exile? Mana Leak. Okay, well, we knew he had the Mana Leak. We did not know about the Force of Will. So there's one unknown in hand. Is it a Wrath? If it is, that's pretty good. No, it's a Lingering Souls. That buys him a lot of time. Okay, well, we'll attack in. I could, like, double bolt these things, but that doesn't seem good enough to me. I'm going to leave the land in hand. Make him play around more. He's probably going to Enlighten Tutor for his Thopter Foundry, which is strong here. Force of Will was definitely a very good top deck for him. Well, not top deck. Oh, Baleful Strix, cool. Not a top deck, but very strong. I can't think right now. Pull off of his Sphinx's Revelation. All right, yep, cool. You get one more card. Luckily, we have a card advantage card that can deal with that because we kind of want our Gurmag to continue to live. More land. Okay. Even if he has a hard counter for this, unless it's like an exile or an exiling effect against it, like dissipate. Well, that's pretty good. How many basics do I have in play? We'll just get Sunken Hollow then. And I think what we are going to do here is this. Do you have counter magic? This seems good to me. Okay, Oblivion Ring? Okay, well, you must have another answer to this thing then. Or you're saving the Oblivion Ring for, like, a Planeswalker, possibly? Interesting. Okay. Down to 6. These are always fun games. I don't, right now we're both knocking our top deck. We're going to probably see the Lingering Souls come back. If he has like a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Oh, a Tezzeret. Okay. Well, any burn off the top is game. This is going to be a Thopter Foundry. Okay, and he can sacrifice this, gaining 1 life. This land. So maybe it would have been right to burn off his critter last turn. Well, that is not what we needed. What we'll do here is this. We'll hit this thing. And then force him. He's forced to do this anyways. I don't think he can take the 5. He'll sacrifice his land, making a 1/1. Cool. And I think the right play here is to definitely kill the Tezzeret. We'll leave the land in hand. He does have the ability to block us with his Creeping Foundry, or Creeping Tar Pit, rather. Yep, they are those things, yep. Is he going to make that thing come alive? Okay. Well, I can't do anything about that. Well, it's our turn to draw lands. And hopefully we can get some gas next turn. We'll see. I think he has to be leery of firing up his Creeping Tar Pit. Because, and if we see like a sword here, we're just done. Our goose is cooked. Alright, he's firing that thing up. That's cool. I think this is risky, though, unless he drew counter magic, like hard counter, because if I get like an Arc Trail, I just win the game. Yep, I can't block that thing. Well, we're going down to an even 12, which is not good. Because it means the clock is now even for his 3-2. Well, more land. This is how sometimes these games end, too. Because it could go to either of us right now. But I don't feel specifically advantaged because I know I've drawn, 3 lands in a row at this point, and that's, tends out to be good. Although, the one option we did have... No, I think we made the right play on the Oblivion Ring. Do you have it? You got that. Do you have something else? Do you have an answer? Okay, a Wrath of God. Are you going to activate? Okay. I'm going to sack this now because I don't want any more land. Nope. And go ahead. Doesn't change the clock at all. We are likely to take one more hit off of this thing, I think. Because I can do 4 right now. Okay. Okay. We'll kill his land. See if he wants to get into a fight about this. He does not. Do you have the counter? No. I gotcha. Alright, polluted delta. Game. And, got lucky there after 3 lands. You don't have an artifact to destroy, do you? Oh, you have itself. Okay. Well, you live for yet one more turn. Okay. He gets back the Baleful Strix. Which is quite the combo with this card. Quite annoying, too. You draw another threat? A Ponder. Cool. Okay. Well, I am going to do this now because of that draw specifically. But I am going to leave that tapped because of my life total. And we'll just do this main phase. None of that's good right now. That was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Do you want to make him sacrifice here? I think, interestingly enough, we actually do. Or maybe not. Nope. We'll just pump it. I don't want to see him get that thing back. If he wants to get back his Foundry, he can. He's got to pay a bunch of mana next turn for this. So... And here... Well, Impulse is pretty strong off the top ropes. That's an attacking land. Well, that does nothing right now. So, let us do this. Go ahead and kill this thing. Okay, good riddance. We're taking 2. He's going up to 7 next turn. Okay. Could just fire up the man land. Yep. That's what he intends on doing, it appears. Probably attacking us. Yep. Cool. At least we get 2 counter something here. Well, more land. And that would be game. Wonder if I could have blown up. No, I would have. He would have still had the Oblivion Ray. I'm thinking if I could have blown up his Foundry. And he's got us. Pretty unfortunate off though. So the game ends. Oh, Vendilion Click. That would have been nice. All right. So what do we want here? We want this. Oh, this. And Spellskite is interesting. I don't think so though. I think that's all we want in. What do we not like? The Kalitas is kind of meh in this matchup. I like the Miners. True Name seems fine. What else do I not like? Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Toxic Deluge is probably bad. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think Toxic Deluge is going to be bad. He's a threat-light deck. We have plenty of other spells that can interact with singular creatures once we start getting in. And plus, it doesn't deal with man lands. Is this hand to keep? Probably not. This hand is, though. So the reason we put that on bottom is because we're probably going to shuffle here. Hope he doesn't have an exiling effect for this thing. But Brainstorm next turn should be pretty strong. Alright, he's going to ponder or Brainstorm himself. He can Wasteland me if you like. I'm fine with that. Probably Wasteland my Underground Sea, which would be a little annoying because I do want it to Brainstorm prior to fetching. Yep. But he is down on land at that point. Cool. I'm going to do this now because I know he plays Stifle. And I need black mana. No, I'm going to get Volk. Do you have removal? No. Okay. Cool. Well, looks like we both have the same card here. I'm trying to get value. I'm trying to get Pyromancer value off of mine. Okay. Well, I probably will for no value zap you right now with the Burst Lightning. Well, for some value. Just not kicked value. Now, if he taps out for some nonsense here, we can actually kill him. I think he's going to try to Wrath us, and if he has... Just depends on which kind of Wrath he has. If he has actual literal Wrath of God... No, he has this one. So we can't Supreme Verdict him here. That's cool. And there is a Tombstalker. Your go at it. Presenting lethal next turn. Okay. Going down to 6. Okay, fine with that. Well, play it out. Okay, got him game 2. Cool. Good game so far, see. A little disappointing the first one, but, you know, what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm so glad we took Kalidas out. That card is meh in this matchup. Card is no bueno in this matchup. I mean, it's a fine card, but... This is a risky keep. I'm going to keep it nonetheless, though. Okay, attacking land, which is actually cool because I have the Terminate for that. We'll play on a basic. Go. No, I didn't get my Ancestral Vision in my opening hand. Luckily, neither of us did. Huh. When he fetches for his land, I'm going to fetch for mine. Play around the... He does not fetch for his land. Interesting. Well, that seems good for me. I'm going to leave Complicate and or Spell Pierce up. Next turn, I'm likely to Duress. I'll do it right now as well, getting my volcanic island. Okay, your go at it. Okay. Impulse. We know he's kind of mana screwed right now, don't we? Don't know. Not sure. But we do have a threat down. If he misses again on land, he does. Sort of the meek. Okay, well, here's what we are going to do. We're going to fetch for this thing, and we're going to duress him, because we don't want him to get this online. So he obviously has some evasive action. Okay, well, Ancestral Vision goes into the exiled zone. This is a risky play, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna put this thing into play right now. I don't. It's risky, but I think it wins me more games than it loses. He is short on mana. He needs to answer this junk, and he has an Ancestral Vision, so I don't have the long game against him. If he misses on land here and has no answers to this junk, then he's in a lot of trouble. That's 7 power. Oh, got him. Got him. It was the right move. Good games, man. I'm sorry for cheering against you. Yeah. After that first Factor Fiction, I was a little salty, I suppose. Okay, we're going to want a quick pause, guys, and we'll catch everyone. All right, guys, we're live again. We're watching a match in between, I believe, Cars 4, or correction, A. Lawrence and ML Berlin. A. Lawrence appears to be quite handily winning this one right now. Although there is a comeuppance being cast against him. If ML can counter this, he may be able to stay alive. I have a bad history with control decks. Kind of what we're talking about. I don't disagree with you, man. I do have a bad history of control decks. I'll probably just like lose to red deck wins now that I beat that matchup. Basically, it says I kill all your. Basically, it says instant speed wrath. Unless your stuff has a bigger butt than it does a front butt. All right, what we got here? Let's go check out the other game. I think. Oh, it's already over. Well, we're gonna watch this one then. I think this one is over. All right, firing up the old colonnade. Could bounce the Venser. That doesn't seem great. Actually, is he still alive here? What do you block here? You block the Mentor, obviously. You got to block the Mentor, but I don't think you can hope that you're going to kill the Mentor. And then you probably block the Snappy. Yeah. Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. The matches are over, so I'm going to go to a quick pause until we're paired for the next round, guys. Alright, guys, we're live again. This hand looks great. And we are on the play. We will keep this. Preordain, turn 1, setting up Baleful Strix the following turn. Yeah, and we know he's on some sort of mono green stompy deck. Okay. Your go at it. Do you have 1 mana acceleration, good sir? No, you don't. Okay, that's good for us. That means we got some time. Well, I'm going to leave this up. Kind of still hoping to draw into some black mana. Okay, do you have a turn 2 play? No, nothing. Okay. I'm not going to cycle the miscalc yet. Leave up miscalc. Next turn, I look to possibly set up. Playing kind of passively with this one, but I think I want to set up the miscalc. No, nothing. Okay. Well, then I will him you. I think you got to put this deck under pressure. We got a Worm Coil and an Eldritch Evolution. Okay. Feel pretty comfortable. I do need to still hit land. No thank you, please. No thank you, sir. Well, that's actually nice because it is a threat. I could also just dual him. See what he does this next turn. His answer is to do nothing. I made his him. Okay, Dust Bowl. Well, that stops that. Hmm. Dust Bowl is problematic for us. That is... Okay. I gotta go on the aggro. Because of the presence of Dust Bowl. I will attack in there. If you'd like to block my thing, that's fine. That's actually okay. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take a hit of 5 from his Oversoul of Dusk. We do have Force of Will up to play around any shenanigans with Natural Order. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. I'm not going to attack in with his Oversoul. Interesting. Well, that was a solid draw. And we'll just do it for the whole enchilada. We'll lose our Baleful Strix, but we'll get back 3 2/2s. He will have a 3/3. But if he doesn't Dust Bowl one of our black sources, which I think he's more than likely to Dust Bowl one of our blue sources of mana, I'll start Dust Bowling, I suppose. I think he'll Dust Bowl our open blue mana. I think. Yep, he does. Alright, that's why we left it up. Cool. We'll cycle this thing off. Just want lands at this point. We'll attack in, so we have a 4-turn clock. He can block 1. This will be the only time we attack. What do you have? Oh, a Garruk, a Relentless. Okay. That may have been wrong. Make it 2/2. Yep. Oh, Modo is lagging. Come on, Modo. Well, guys, we're going to quick pause and restart Modo. Alright, guys, the game unstuck. I think. Okay. Huh. Alright, well, this is unplayable, guys. I'm going to go into pause and actually restart it.